Are you new to Upwork and hoping to figure out how to land work fast? Landing work fast on Upwork doesn't have to be difficult, but I see so many freelancers struggling with it and never being able to accomplish their freelancing goals because they get stuck in a cycle of using a process that doesn't work and then getting frustrated that they're not landing clients. So if you're on Upwork and you want to land work fast, pay attention to my number one tip. I call this fast, cheap, and simple jobs. Landing jobs that can be completed quickly, that give you a great opportunity for an easy win, are wonderful because it makes the client that much more likely to give you 5-star feedback. Getting these jobs is a lot easier than landing a retainer project because simply you haven't proven yourself yet on Upwork. You need that positive 5-star feedback from your early clients in order to leverage that into future work with other clients. I call these fast, cheap, and simple jobs because it can be anything across the board that can be completed relatively quickly and is right in your skill set. So if you're an editor, for example, you may be able to complete an FCS job editing somebody's PowerPoint or proofreading someone's blog post. It won't take you a tremendous amount of time, but this is a great way to land work fast on Upwork because there's much lower of a barrier for the client to consider in hiring a total newbie. What they're looking for with these types of projects is someone who can complete it effectively but quickly. So they might not do as much vetting or look at every single freelancer's proposal. If you can turn this work around quickly and you can do it well, the client is that much more likely to leave you positive feedback and reviews on your profile. You can turn that into jobs galore in the future. Many people get hung up on wanting to land amazing, high-value, big-dollar clients on Upwork when they first get started. But the truth is you have no social proof or track record until you've landed some earlier gigs. It can be a big leap of faith for a client to hire someone that they've never heard of before. So to bridge that gap, you can do some extra work and ensure that you land a couple of easy, fast, cheap, and simple jobs that can be done early on in your Upwork career. Once you've already begun to build up feedback on your profile, it will be easier for you to land bigger jobs that pay better because you've already built yourself as someone who lives up to their word. You told someone you'd meet a deadline, you told them you had a particular skill set, and then you had that skill set and leveraged that into an amazing opportunity. It doesn't matter if the client who hires you to do an FCS job is one you never hear from again. We're using these jobs to build up your feedback and your portfolio. You're also getting that great work experience of testing out whether you really enjoy being a freelancer on Upwork anyways. You shouldn't jump feet first into freelance jobs if you've never had one before and you're not sure about your ability to do the work or to meet a deadline. Taking on a really pressure-filled project is often not in your best interest because you're so new to the field. But when you use the fast, cheap, and simple method to land work fast on Upwork, you'll be surprised to find out that the client is likely thrilled that you simply met their deadline and stayed true to what you said you would do. They're much more likely to give you 5-star feedback because you've exceeded their expectations. For any freelancer who's looking to land work fast on Upwork, you can't do it without a great pitch and great work samples. So if you're going to invest time in anything before you begin pitching, it's creating great work samples and writing a great pitch. 90% of the pitches that I see fall flat on Upwork are falling flat for one reason. The pitch just isn't well written. You're being generic and copying everybody else's pitch. So figure out a way that you can stand out from the crowd and really leverage that opportunity to practice your pitching and land some fast, cheap, and simple jobs. For more tips on landing gigs on Upwork, including the 9 6-figure changes that you need to make to your Upwork profile, visit betterbizacademy.com.